Thank you, Gaurav. So let's move to transmission impairment. So I was explaining what is transmission impairment. So that is whatever the signal that passes through the media, okay, from center to the receiver. Always will be taking the simple one, but in real time this is not actually. In between there will be so many nodes. Okay, it is passing through so many other network elements. So now whatever the data that is transferred from sender to the receiver, okay, it is not same. That is, here we are discussing with respect to signals, signal strength. Okay, whatever the strength of the signal at the sender side, okay, before transmission through the media, and what is received at the receiver side, okay, it is not same. So there is some changes is happened with respect to the signal. So in terms of loss of energy or the strength of the signal is lost. Yes, no, is it possible? Even you just take example of when you are walking from your home to for a kilometer or 2 kilometers, obviously, so you will get tired. Okay, so the strength may be a little bit reduced as you move for far distance. Okay, in the same manner, so whenever the signal passes through for long distance, there is a possibility of the strength is reduced. Okay, so now then, but still we are able to communicate. Okay, these are all what you are learning. It is basic. Now the whatever the network we are using, it is advanced. They have added so many techniques to avoid all these problems. Okay, so don't compare directly with current network using. Okay, it's more advanced. So all these problems are solved. So what you are learning, that is very basic. In the beginning, what was the network and what are their problems, how they were solved, all that you are learning. Okay, so now what is transmission impairment? I told it is something like distraction of the signal. Okay, so it is harming the signal strength or the energy of the signal is reduced. Okay, so that is called impairment. So now signal travel through transmission media which are not perfect. Okay, so that means whatever the signal that passes through the media, okay, so once it is received at the destination or the receiver side, it is not perfect. Not perfect in the sense it is not same as this strength of the signal that is sent by the sender. So during in between when it passes through the transmission media, so there is some harm or some destruction of the signal is occurred. So what are those different reasons why the strength of the signal is reduced or why it is not same as the signal that is sent by the sender? Okay, the imperfection causes signal impairment. Imperfection, that means it is not perfect. Perfect means the original. It is not same as the original signal. Okay, so that's why it causes the signal impairment. So this means that signal at the beginning of the media, okay, that means before going through the transmission media from at the sender side, is not same as the signal at the end of the media, at the other end of the media. Okay, so here whatever it is received at the other end, okay, it is not same as the whatever it is sent from the beginning of the media. Okay, so this is called as transmission impairment. There is imperfection in the signal. In simple way, we can tell what is sent is not what is received. Okay, I am just sending 1001. Maybe when it transmitted through the transmission media, it is changed to 00, 1000. Okay, so there is some distortion. It is happened. Okay, this is not actually the correct example, but you just assume. Okay, the strength of the signal is reduced. So due to that, the when it is converted into digital data, there may be possibility. So 1 is changed to 0. So now what are the causes of impairments? Okay, why this impairments is occurred? So there are 3 types of impairments. So we'll be focusing on these 3 methods in detail. Okay, so one is called attenuation. Okay, and the second one we call it as distortion, and the third one is noise. Okay, these are the 3 causes for the impairment of the signal. Okay, is it clear what is transmission impairment and what are the causes of transmission impairment? So we'll go in detail with respect to these 3 causes. So first we'll start with the attenuation. So what is the meaning of attenuation? So try to understand. So very simple topic it is and very, very important. What is attenuation? So attenuation indicates loss of energy. Okay, loss of energy or weaker signal. The strength of the signal is reduced. Okay, the meaning of attenuation is loss of energy or weaker signal. So as signal travels through the media, its strength decreases as distance increases. Okay, so if it is the signal, if it is going from with a distance of, okay, 50 kilometer, okay, it may be possibly that like a 90% of the signal received as it is. If it is 500 kilometers, so we cannot expect the strength of the signal it is same as the strength of the or the energy of the signal it is not same as the what it is sent. Okay, there is a reduction in the signal strength. Okay, so there is a loss of energy when it is traveling for a longer distance. So as the distance increases, so this loss of energy or the signal strength it is going to be weaker. So now we need some solution to solve this problem. Okay, so this decrease in strength of the signal we call it as attenuation. Okay, so signal travel through the media, its strength decreases as distance increases. Okay, that is very, very important. It is directly proportional to the distance. The strength of the signal is directly proportional to the distance. So if it is increasing, the strength of the signal is going to be reduced. Okay, it is going to reduce. So this is called as attenuation. So as the distance increases, attenuation also increases. So here we'll take one example to understand how exactly these are related. So that is voice data become weaker over the distance and loses its content behind a certain distance. Okay, so if it is the distance between the sender and receiver, if it is very large, okay, so in that case what happens, the whatever the voice data you are exchanging, there may be possibility of there is no clarity in the speech, okay, or whatever the words the person is speaking, there may be loss of those words. Okay, it is going to happen when the distance between the sender and receiver is, if it is very high. Okay, not for the small distances. So now we need some solution. Okay, so the purpose of network itself, it is to go for longer distance communication. I want to communicate with my friend staying 500 kilometers far away. Okay, if it is happening, then it's not good. Maybe you just don't compare with the current network, just compare maybe 10-15 years back. Okay, the network whatever we are using, it is not same as that. Okay, so many times we will be unable to connect. Once it is connected, lot of disturbance. Okay, so that has happened. So now that problem is solved using a amplifier. Okay, so in between the sender and receiver, they will put an amplifier. Okay, what is this amplifier is going to do? It is going to amplify the signal. So once it is amplify the signal, what happens is it is going to strengthen the signal. Okay, when it is moving for longer distance, the possibility of the, okay, the strength may be reduced. So in between, if there is an amplifier, okay, so at a particular distance there will be an amplifier included. So this, when the signal passes through this amplifier, okay, it is going to increase the, amplify the signal, it is going to increase the strength of the signal. Okay, I am not going to explain how amplifier works now. Okay, just remember here. So the amplifier is used to strengthen the signal. Okay, so we'll just go in detail about that, about the amplifier. Okay, so consider this is the original signal. Just observe the diagram. So this is the original signal and this is just an analog signal. And you can just observe, so this gap, whatever it is there, it is a transmission media. Okay, This is a transmission media. Once this signal passes through this transmission media, okay, if it is a long distance, so there may be possibility of loss of energy. Okay, so you can just see after receiving at the other end, what is the signal strength. Okay, do you think is it both are same? This is the original signal sent by the sender and this is received by the receiver at the other end. Okay, so you can just observe the strength of the signal, it is reduced. Okay, so now before sending this directly to the receiver, in between itself the strength of the signal is reduced. So now at this particular point, okay, so transmission medium, when it is the signal is moving from point 1 to point 2, immediately so they will put a amplifier. Okay, so this amplifier is going to amplify the signal so that it will strengthen the signal. Okay, and you will be getting back to the original signal. Okay, consider point 3 is the receiver. Before passing to the or delivering the signal to the receiver, so the in between there is they have applied or they have added the amplifier. Okay, so this is going to amplify the signal. You can just observe. So now this is the original signal and this is amplified signal. Okay, so almost it is same. The strength of the signal, whatever it is sent, it is same. Okay, so now attenuation problem can be solved by introducing in between the amplifier. Okay, whenever signal travels through a transmission media, so it requires to add an amplifier. So whenever signal passes through the amplifier, so it is going to strengthen the signal. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Can somebody respond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Decibel. So now we need to calculate this attenuation. Okay, so either we have two cases attenuation how it can be calculated. One is without amplifier. Okay, so without amplifier, and another case of problem we are going to discuss is with amplifier. Okay, so now we have a separate unit to represent this attenuation called decibel. Okay, so we have a separate formula to calculate the attenuation. So it is called as decibel and it is represented with small d and capital B. Okay, decibel. So here the decibel dB measures the relative strength of two signals. Okay, relative strength of two signals. What are two signals? The signal at the sender side and also signal strength at the receiver side. You are going to measure the relative strength of these two. Okay, when you are measuring the relative strength of these two signals, if you are getting negative, okay, if you are getting the result of this is negative, it indicates there is an attenuation. Okay, attenuation. If it is negative, in case if you are getting the relative strength when you are measuring, if it is negative, if it is positive, indicates that there it is the signal is not attenuated. Okay, signal is not attenuated. Maybe they have passed the signal through the amplifier. So decibel measures the relative strength of two signals. So one signal at two different points. See, signal is only one, but you are going to measure at 2 points. Just a minute. So try to use the SVC email IDs to log into MS Team. Okay, in case if you forgot password, you can just ask the instructor. Okay, Kiran sir, he will reset the passwords. Okay. So now, if the decibel is negative, the signal is attenuated. That's what I told. When you are measuring the relative strength of two signal from 2 points, source and destination, If it is, the result of it is negative, it indicates the signal is attenuated. That means the signal, it is lost its energy. Okay, the strength is reduced. If the decibel is positive, indicates the signal is amplified. The signal is amplified. Okay. So now we have a formula to calculate the attenuation. So what is the formula? You can just observe. This is the formula used for calculating the decibel. So depending on the value what you are going to get, positive or negative, you will come to know that it is attenuated or not attenuated. Okay. So what is the formula? So dB is equal to, don't write capital dB. Okay. This is a standard. You have to use small d capital B is equal to 10 log base 10. Okay. So here there are two powers. Okay, the power of signal at point P2, that means receiver side, and the power of the signal at point P1, that is from the sender side. So now you need, from this you will come to know that the signal is attenuated or not. Okay, how? If it is negative, it is attenuated. If the result of this formula, if it is positive, it is amplified signal. That means it is same as the original signal. Is it clear? The formula is clear. Decibel formula is clear. This is mainly used for checking the attenuation of the signal. Very simple formula. Just knowing the relative, I mean the strength of the signal at point 2 and point 1. Okay. So here variable point P1 and P2 are the powers of signal at point 1 and 2 respectively. So okay, so sometimes it can be also expressed in terms of voltage. Okay, it can be expressed in terms of voltage. So how it is means the power is proportional to the square of the power is proportional to the square of the voltage. Okay, if this is the case, if they have given the voltage, okay, in the problem if they have given the voltage, then you have to use accordingly. So the before the formula was 10 log base 10 P2 by P1. Okay, so now it is double of it. That means it is 20, okay, log V2 by V1 and base 10. Okay, it is just double of the voltage. Don't get confused. Most of the time we'll be using with respect to power, but in like in the problem or in the question paper, if they ask using voltage, you should be able to write it. Okay, it is just doubled. Power is directly proportional to square of the voltage. Okay, so we'll try to solve some problems using the formula, decibel formula. Is it the signal is attenuated or not? Okay, so we'll go with the problem. Suppose a signal travels through a transmission medium and its power is reduced to 1/2. Calculate the attenuation. Okay, first understand the problem. Don't go to the formula and see the result. Just go to the, I will just go to the board so that I can solve. Okay, read the formula. So what is the, I mean, read the question. What is the question they have given? What is the question? So there are, the signal strength is reduced to off. You need to calculate what is the attenuation. Here directly they have given the signal strength is reduced. That means the result you are going to get should be the negative one. Okay, so first always write the formula, that is dB is equal to 10 P2 by P1. Okay, and base 10. So what and all they have given? So they have told the signal strength is reduced to off. That means the at point P1 if it is 1 and at point 2 it is reduced to 1/2. Okay, So that is, so for P2 they have given it is 1 by 2 of P1. Okay, I can just write it as 0.5 P1. Okay, just substitute that to the formula, and if you calculate, so 10 log 0.5 P1 divided by P1. I want you people to tell the answer. Okay, what is the answer you are going to get? So your P1 get cancelled. So remaining thing you just calculate. Yes, use the calculator. What is the answer you got? Okay, so the answer you are going to get is minus dB, decibel. Okay, so whenever if I get minus, it indicates that so the signal is attenuated. Okay, so loss of 3 decibel is equivalent to losing one of the 1.5, that is half of the power. Is it clear? Just tell me, did you understood the problem? Okay, fine. So you just use a calculator. Okay, then it will be easy to tell the answers. Okay, let me, so there are so many problems. I'll just go through 1 or 2 problems. Remaining you just go through the textbook. Okay, so here read the question. A signal travels through an amplifier. Okay, see when you are reading the question, try to understand. So the signal travels through an amplifier. They've given, now the signal is going through an amplifier to reach the destination. If this is the source, okay, and this is the destination. So in between they have used the amplifier to amplify the signal. Okay, so this is 0.1 and this is 0.2. So what is the problem they have given? A signal travels through an amplifier and its power is increased 10 times. Okay, so whatever the power they have used or the received at the receiver side, it is increased by 10 times. That means I can write P2 is equal to 10 P1. So in this case, always whenever if the specified amplifier is used, so the result of this is should be the positive decibel value. Okay, that means the signal strength is increased, not reduced. If there is no amplifier, then it is reduced, then you will be getting the negative result. Okay, so it is amplified, so your result should be positive. There is a gain in the power. So now how we are going to calculate? Just substitute. So use the formula. This is the formula, dB is equal to 10 log P2 by P1 base 10. So now P2, they have told the power is increased 10 times increased by the original signal. Okay, so write it 10 P1 divided by P1. So P1 get cancelled. Okay, so 10 log 10 means it is 1. Okay, 10 into 1, it is 10 decibel. Okay, so there is a gain in the power after amplification. Okay, is it clear? So the first 2 problems tells this is with respect to attenuated signal and this is after amplifying. Is it clear? Let me go to the another case. See, this is just I have taken one simple example. Okay, so if the distance is increasing, so there will be more number of amplifier added in between. Okay, this is I have just consider one small case where there is one amplifier used. If the distance between the sender and receiver is more, okay, in that case it requires to add more number of amplifiers in between. Okay, it requires amplifier in between. So in case loss of energy, so that is represented with a negative. If it is gain in the energy or the power, So that is represented with positive. Okay, you will just accordingly you will add and subtract, you will be getting what is the total, the result in terms of decibel. Is it the strength of the signal is attenuated or is it amplified? Okay, so that is for multiple points, considering multiple points means multiple distance. So here, okay, so one reason that engineers use the decibel to measure the changes in the strength of signal, that is decibel in numbers can be added, okay, or it can be subtracted. So when we are measuring several points, I told when there is several points used between the source and destination. So accordingly, you will be either adding, okay, adding those numbers, or you may be subtracting. Subtracting means if there is a attenuation. If there is a gain, you will be adding the values. So here we have a figure. So that figure tells how the signal travels from point 1 to point 4. And you should able to calculate what is the attenuation. Okay, just for understanding, in real time it is not always single amplifier used. If the distance is more, obviously there it requires more number of amplifiers to be added. Okay, you can just observe. So how many points now I am considering the signal is going to travel. Signal is going to travel from point 1 to point 2, then point 3. In 3 there is an amplitude. Then the signal moves from point 3 to point 4. If this is the case, calculate what is the decibel, what is the attenuation, okay, in terms of decibel. So now they have given the decibel or the attenuation or amplified value of the signal. Okay, so from point 1 to point 2 they have given the, there is an attenuation in the signal because they have given -3. Okay, it is nothing but it is an attenuation. Next, from when it is moving from point to point 3, it is passing through an amplifier. Okay, so that means the strength of the signal is increased. When it comes at point 3, the strength of the signal is increased. Consider it is 7 decibel. Okay, plus once again when the signal moves from point 3 to point 4, once again the signal strength is attenuated. Signal is attenuated with 3 decibel. Okay, so that is not plus, this is minus 3 dB. Okay, so now just add and subtract. So what is the value you are going to get? You will be getting, see, minus dB plus 7 dB minus 3 dB. Okay, minus 6 plus 7 dB is equal to 1 dB. Okay, so the amount of signal, so here see that the signal is attenuated or amplified. So it is amplified by 1 decibel. Okay, when the signal moves from point 1 to point 4, it is amplified by 1 decibel. Okay, so if they have given multiple points, accordingly you take the value. Is it attenuated or amplified signal, and specify the sign of the value and add it. Okay, so you will get, now the signal strength is increased by 1 decibel when it moves from point 1 to point 4. So next, I will just go through one more problem. So sometimes decibel is used to measure the signal power in milliwatts. Okay, so milliwatts, milli means how much? 10 power minus 3. Okay, milliwatts means 10 power minus 3. So in this case it is referred as dBm. So whenever if it is the signal power is represented in milliwatt, so you have to use the notation dBm. Okay, so here M indicates milliwatts. So calculate the power of signal with dBm is equal to minus 30. So what is the problem they have given? So here they have given dBm. Okay, so they have given the dBm, that is dBm is equal to dBm is equal to 10 log 10 log PM. Okay, 10 log 10 PM. Okay, so this is the formula you need to use in case if they have given, actually this is base 10. Okay, so 10 log PM base 10. You need to use this formula when the power is signal power is represented in milliwatts. Okay, you are going to calculate the power of the signal using dBm. So now in the problem they have given dBm. You need to calculate PM. Very simple. Okay, so power of the signal with dBm is equal to minus 30. Minus 30 you substitute. Okay, and take this log and 10 this side, left side, and calculate what is PM. Okay, just you need to simplify and calculate properly. Okay, so just substitute minus 30 for dBm, then take the 10. Okay, so it becomes minus 3, then take the log to the right side, it becomes 10 power minus 3. Okay, milliwatt. Simple simplification you need. Power of the signal in milliwatts. So they have given in decibel, you are calculating the power of the signal. Okay, so here we are not using like P1, P2. This is the separate case. Okay, so this is another type of problem, just you need to read carefully. So loss in cable usually defined in decibels per kilometer. Okay, so based on the distance you are going to represent the what is the loss in the cable when it is transmitting through the media. So now if the signal is beginning at the cable, so this is the power of the signal when it is beginning, that means at the sender. Okay, is it clear? As power of 2 milliwatts. Okay, so it is having power of 2 milliwatts. What is the power of the signal at a distance 5 kilometer? Okay, after this is the beginning of the signal strength, when it is at the source. Okay, once it reaches 5 kilometers, okay, what is the signal strength you need to calculate? That means you need to calculate a P2. Okay, so they have given 0.3 decibel at the beginning. So even they have given what is the distance it is going to travel. So that is 5 kilometers. Now the loss in the cable, okay, how much loss it is happened when it is moving from a source to destination with the distance of 5 kilometers. Okay, when you know the beginning one, you just multiply this distance, you will be getting what is the loss in the cable is happened. Okay, at the other end it is received, so that is minus 1.5 dB. Okay, so we can calculate the power. We need to calculate a P2. Okay, we need to calculate P2. So this is nothing but it is dB. Okay, the loss in the power. Is it clear? So this is dB, and they have given the value of P1. They have given the value of P1. You need to calculate P2. What is the power? Okay, so use the same formula, substitute the value of dB. Okay, then calculate, substitute P, you need to calculate P2, so substitute the value of P1 and simplify. So you will be getting 1.4 milliwatt. Okay, so this is the power lost. Okay, so this is the power of the signal when it reaches at the destination or after 5 kilometers. Is it clear? See, the same formula they are asking in different way. and you should not make any mistake when you are converting the things or when you are simplifying the formula. Okay, any doubt in this? So working with a log, I don't know how many of you know working with a log. Okay, so when you take log from left to right, it will be represented in terms of power of 10. Okay, these are all basic things. Okay, so this is all about the attenuation. I think most of the problems I have covered, all possible. So they have given the decibel in case if they have given the power. If they have given P1, you need to calculate P2. Okay, so all possibilities we have discussed, and that is very, very important. Maybe they will ask in the exam. So next, I think it's time up. Okay, let me just complete this. It is a small topic. I will complete this. So distortion. So what is the meaning of distortion? So it is nothing but something disturbance. So here disturbance with respect to a signal shape. So distortion means that signal changes its form or shape. Okay, so whatever the shape of the signal in the beginning, it is not same at the receiver side. Maybe it is changed. So distortion occurs in composite signal. So I use the composite signal yesterday I was explaining. It is not a single signal. It will be having more than one signal. Okay, we will discuss this part later. That is in case of frequency division multiplexing and TDM, time division multiplexing. Okay, so we'll come to know how we can send more than one signal in a channel, so to form a composite signal. So that is part of FDM, frequency division multiplexing. So different signal components have different propagation speed through a medium. Okay, so whenever it is having uh, more than one signal transmitted through the transmission media, okay, each signal will be having its own propagation speed. Okay, based on the frequency, it is going to be changing the propagation speed and have different delay in arriving at the final destination. Okay, so we cannot expect all the signals in the composite signal arriving from source to destination at the same time. Okay, there may be some particular set of signals may arrive late at the destination and some may reach early. So like that, this is just a simple characteristics of the a composite signal. Okay, so whenever if there is a composite signal, each signal may be varying with the propagation speed, and also the signal may reach arriving at the destination with the different timings. Okay, so because of this, what happens? Delay creates difference in phase. Okay, so phase, because phase means, so consider the phase of the signal. The phase of the signal is starting from 0. Okay, when it is sent at the sender, maybe when it is reaching at the receiver, the phase is changed to like this. Okay, the phase is changed. If it is 0, it is changed to 90, or 90, it is changed to 0. Okay, the phase of the signal is changed. So signal component at the receiver have phases different from what they have sent at the sender. Okay, phase means this one. So the always if it is starting with 0, okay, so this is one phase. Maybe another case 90 degree. Okay, maybe the phase of the signal is started with 90 degree. Okay, like this we have different categories of phases of the signal for the sine wave. Okay, so here what happens, because of distortion there may be changes in these phases. Okay, so the shape of the composite signal is therefore not same. Whatever the shape it is sent at the sender side, it is not same at the receiver side. Okay, you can just observe this diagram. This is an example of composite signal, okay, at the sender side, and you just observe the phase of the signal. Can you observe the phase of the signal? Okay, it is started with 90 degree, and this is also started with 90 degree, and this is also okay. Now these are all the three combined signals form a composite signal, and this is transmitted through the transmission media. it is possible. So you may thinking that how it is possible. So that where you're going to learn about the FDM, TDMA, all those things. Okay. So in case of broadband channel, so we'll be using this type of composite signal. So you will understand about these things later. Just assume the shape or the phase of the signal is changed. You just observe. So here it is started with 0. Here the phase is starting from 90 degree. Okay. So here once again started with 0, but here starting with negative part. Okay. So this is how the shape of the signal or the phase of the signal is changed when it is received at the receiver. So that is due to distortion. Okay. So that is due to distortion because of this change in the propagation speed, and also there is a delay in arrival